Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Brens Fishing Life. We're at Willow Beach doing a little early morning fishing, and I'm hooked up onto my first striper. Maybe 2-3 hours in on this session, so I'm super stoked that we are hooked up. Plan for today was to hook up on some striper, and then after this move on to fish for some trouties. Ooh, it's a nice one, guys. It's a nice one. He's on top of the water right now. Alright. Gotta get this guy in the net. Whew. Oh, we got him. Yeah, baby. Woo! Yes. Man, we have to grind to get that one, but first part of the mission accomplished. Landing a striper early morning, and then we're gonna go look for some trout here as soon as the sun comes up. Whew. Man, I'm stoked. Whew. First fish on this bait too. Stoked. I'm gonna have to retie for sure because he tangled himself up and I don't want to lose his bait. I'd say we might be over 10 on this guy. It's not a bad dude. Heck yeah. Let's see what this guy looks like. Yes. Finally got one on this bait. If you guys remember, I had another one just like this bait and I broke off on a big fish with Herman on his boat. But replaced it finally, got a fish on it finally. Whew. I'm gonna say 11. We're looking at 10.1. Whoa! Whoa! Relax, buddy. I'm about to let you go, my man. Whew. Alright, well, I had to grind to find that one. Definitely put in some time on that guy. So I'm stoked, very satisfied. And I can start heading to where the trout's at. I'm expecting the sun's gonna come up in about an hour or so. So, man, I'm gonna have a smile on my face the rest of the morning. I just needed that one fish. Yeah. So, stay tuned, guys. Maybe we'll catch another striper. Who knows? But we're definitely gonna be looking for some trout in a little bit. Maybe we'll get on a nice fatty trout as well. Alright, so by the time I made it down to where the trout were at, the sun was up and it was perfect time to start sight fishing for some Willow Beach trout. And normally what I like to do to find them is I'll cruise along the shallow spots of these coves and sight fish for them. Normally they swim back and forth and they hide out in the very shallow spots because they're scared of the big stripers. Ah. Yes. All right. First trout in the bag. Got that on the ferns.
That's a nice one. Oh, really? Are you Brandon, right?
Yeah.
been watching your video.
Oh, thanks, man. Dang, Fern. I had my buddy make these baits for me yesterday.
What, the mini jigs?
Yeah.
So his seller, or you just make it for himself?
Oh, no, he sells them. His name's Fern.
Fern?
His little
I'm
tubes.
from Cali, so I don't know if... Oh, that's a nice one. You can see it? Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Oh.
Nice trap. Thank you, my friend.
Of course, my man.
Oh, I had a good dinner tonight.
Alright, so as you've seen, I handed him that fish to take home for dinner. He was having a slowish morning. And then I also gave him one of Fern's little mini tubes to try out. And since I was having some luck with that, I figured he might have some luck on one of those as well. It's always good to spread the love out there, help a fellow fisherman out. I find it's good karma. And if you guys are interested in these tubes that I'm using, made by my buddy Fern and his company I Eat That Baits, make sure to contact Fern. He makes them in all sizes from 132 ounce all the way up to even 2, 3, 4 ounce big size tubes. So contact Fern. I'd Eat That Baits. I'll leave his information in the description below, and expect to see me using these baits a lot here in the near future. Alright, so after that I continued my journey looking for trout, scanning the shallow water, looking for them schooled up. I was finding a bunch of schools, but I was running into a lot of the schools that are not interested. These are ones that have been fished a lot. They're pressured. If you look closely, they have lures in their mouth from where other fishermen were probably using some light line. These are some bigger fish, so they probably have broken off in their mouth, and those schools are not going to be interested. You can throw lures at them and they'll just swim away the whole time. You're going to want to skip those ones and try to find the ones that are interested in what you're throwing. It'll save you a lot of time. I did manage to pick off 1 or 2 trout throughout the remainder of the morning, and then it was time to head in and call it quits. So stay tuned for an outro, and then also a bunch of bonus footage afterwards, guys.
Alrighty, guys. We are done. Successful trip. I mean, caught a couple trout, caught that 1 striper, had a couple missed strikes. Successful day in my opinion. Now time to go home and relax before work. So thanks for tuning in. Expect this video to be paired with some bonus footage to make it a full video. And that's about it, guys. So stay tuned for the bonus footage. Appreciate you guys watching. See you guys next time.
Alrighty guys, so for bonus footage we're going to do it in reverse order once again. This trip was actually a trip that I took before the one that we just seen. So basically the exact same thing, going out looking for some striper early on, and then switching up and fishing for some trout after the sun comes up. And this first part here in the dark will be my first and only hookup on a striper. Got him almost to the boat and pull the hook as soon as you got close enough. Alright, then we skip ahead to the morning. As you can see, I got a trout in my hands. I was having some camera issues, so I wasn't able to get the hookup, but this is the first trout of the day. Alright, so after getting 1 more trout in that area, I decided to move on to a spot that I've actually caught some trout at before, a little shallow water cut that they seem to really like.
Yeah, baby. Another trout bites the dust, guys. Killing it on the trout today.
Alright, so this would be the extent of the footage I had on this trip. I ended up keeping these 2 here and had a nice little dinner. So next up on the bonus footage, guys, just another clip I had of some night fishing at Willow Beach, and a one and done trip, going out for a couple hours at night. Managed to get on one.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh. Let me loosen my drag a tiny bit. It's a nice one, guys. I barely got him hooked and I got no net. This is gonna be fun. The wind just turned on. Oh, see if we can land him. He's barely hooked. That's a fatty. That's a good 14, 15 pounder right there. All right. Whew. We got him, and he's barely hooked. Like he's hooked on the side of the face and underneath the neck. It's a nice one, guys. Guys, let's stand up for this fish. There she goes. She gone.
And on this trip, we would go out on a windy, rainy day. As you can see, the rain's coming down hard. I got a fish on the line. This fish would end up taking me down, getting me stuck, and getting me snagged. I would end up having to break off, and I would lose my favorite yellow bait. So after that big disappointment, I decided to stick it out, grind it out a little bit longer, and I ended up hooking up on a nice little guy.